angel. Skin makes me cry. Float like a feather in a beautiful world. Wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the heck am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want your perfect body. I want your perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So very special. I wish I were special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the heck am I doing here? And I don't belong here. No, I'm not. No, no, no. She's walking out the door. She's walking out. So run, run, run. Oh, no, 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 no. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. So very special. I wish I were special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Very nice, Chris.
Thank you, Scott. How about another one?
Whoa. Next time, yeah.
Here I stand, head in hand, turn my face to the wall. If she's gone, I can't go on, feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stand, each and
your love away. Hey, you got to hide 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 your love away.
Hello, members of the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors and the Metro MLS members as well. Unrehearsed.
Improv.
Yeah, total improv, unrehearsed. And of course, this is Scott Bush, and this is Scott Bush from the Park Bench. My guest today is Chris Lambrou, MLS CEO. And he brought his guitar along because I said, what else do you do besides, manage our great MLS system? And I knew Chris was a musician, and so he brought his guitar along, and I just happened to have something laying around. So I actually didn't know we were going to do this today, but that's all right. That's okay. So thanks for coming today. Appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it,
Okay.
Scott. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
I always love to push the boundaries of relationships and music and real estate and technology. And I love the Park Bench. I'm a summer guy, and this reminds me of summer, even though it's slowly fading away.
I think it's the stage lights are very hot.
Oh,
That's
is that
part of
what
it.
it is?
So, yeah, so all our millions of viewers and fans of the Park Bench, it's always beautiful weather here and in the park. So Chris, how long have you been at the helm now of the MLS as the new CEO?
I am intern for about 5 months, and
Okay.
Things are moving fast, and we are at a pace to reset the foundation of the MLS. We have so many initiatives that we want to do to help our members, and it starts from within.
Share some of those with us.
Yeah, a lot of what we're doing is we're going by each department at the MLS and making sure that we are following that agent workflow the best we can do. We're respecting that workflow. When the agents are out there with the clients, we have to have their back. Our tools have to be responsive. They have to be accurate. We have to have the best available technology for them, as well as protecting the marketplace from them as well. So we're kind of going around each department and looking at the services we provide, the people that we staff, and kind of the tools that we're giving them, and just tweaking a little bit here and there to make sure that we get the best out of each and every area. Yeah.
I know member service is important to you because I know that's sort of in the culture that you're building over there. And technology moves fast, and we've never had more ways to communicate these days. And of course, the MLS is a technology based product and industry. But at the same time, realtors are still people oriented,
Right.
and so we have a lot of technology, but you still are a believer in the hands-on, sort of that interaction with the members. That's important to you and your staff.
Yeah, the human component, the human side. I talk about that a lot, whether I'm here at the Park Bench or I'm in Canada on a stage at CMLS talking to thousands of people. I believe that the MLS is we're a private network for real estate practitioners, right? And to the core, we're a technology company, but to the reality is we're service providers, right? And
Right.
if we don't provide that service, that human component, then we're failing, And I try not to, and I try not to wow with technology as much as use it the best way that it can be from a touch side. How do we have technology help the person still relate the relationship to their client? It's all relationships, from MLS to broker, broker to agent, agent to client. It's not technology that keeps us together. I always talk too. It's not technology that puts our data on the internet. People kind of freak out when I say that because they're like, "What are you talking about, Chris? You're a technology guy, and we know it's HTML or whatever APIs." No, it is license agreements that puts our data on the internet. People don't realize that, and it's those license agreements that need to be handled correctly, and that's that marketplace part that we do at the MLS that we do so much kind of that people don't really think about much.
So in actuality, the dues that our members pay for that really go to our salaries go to much more than us sitting around playing guitars in the office.
True, absolutely. In fact, zero goes to, as far as well, except for absolutely.
We only do that for a couple hours a day. Actually, we've never done. Just kidding. Chris and I never played together until about when did this show start? About 10 minutes before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
No, that's just no. The dues go for many different things. Services that we provide are plentiful, and I think that the good agents out there know that they're dependent on us for many things to have their back. And if it's not
right.
even just logging into MLS, it's a phone call. And I've been out on what I call a listening tour, Scott. So I've been we have a local first mentality. So I've been visiting overlapping MLSs, big brokers around the state. WRA is such a huge advocate for us, trying to build bridges together that we can all work in unison to help. We have the same cause. We have the same plight. We need to be work together on that network. Make that solid as can be. So that's kind of part of my mantra going on.
yeah, have you or the MLS staff been on any office visits at all?
Yeah, absolutely. We have.
I've always found those beneficial. By the way, I love to
Yeah.
get out and visit the offices. So
And we're trying to reinvent that too, Scott. We call that broker engagement, and part of it is just making sure that we touch each area. This is how boring my life is, folks. I dream about having, there's so many things you can dream about, right? But I dream about having a map on our second floor at the MLS that just with little dots that shows where we've done our broker engagement areas, just so that we know that we physically, when we walk by it each day, know where our reach has been recently. And it's just having somebody from the MLS being an advocate, right? I call it preaching the gospel of the MLS, right? But also being there to speak the realtor speak. And understand their pain points and bring that back to the headquarters spot where we're at so that we can make better decisions as executives. Those are my dreams. I know so many things I could dream more, like the Cubs beating the Brewers. That didn't happen. That did not happen. The Bears, though, won last night, so I'm excited. I'm a Chicago guy, sorry. We buried the lead on that.
when I did
no hate mail.
when I did my my Packer prediction show, I did invite you to be on as a guest representing the Bears, but you were busy.
It's true.
But next year, and the
year.
Bears are, they won last night.
We're going to compete maybe with you guys this year.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think so. So, to get to know you, Chris, because you've been with the MLS for how many years now?
26 years and still
MLS.
kicking.
No,
10 years at Metro.
But
10
that
years
is
at
important. You have 26 years experience in working with MLS, and you've been with us for about 10 years.
Yeah, you bet.
And the interim CEO position for about 5 months. You're saying so. It's good that our members know a little bit about your background, that you're well versed, have a lot of experience in MLSs. But part of my show and the part of having you on today was so that our members could get to know you a little bit better. So
I try to stay in the background. You just described my career like so elegantly, but folks, nothing's linear. I tell my team, I told them the other day, our life goals are never linear, right? School, marriage, education. It'd be great if it could just be a straight line, everything be beautiful, but in reality, there's zigs and zags along the way.
Yeah.
And in my career, I've had that as well, but I've been really blessed to be in MLS straight for 26 years, but it's those zigs and zags where you learn. It's when the markets go down, when there's an uproar over short sales, or now when there's big issues with seller disclosures going on. These are the moments where you learn to better cultivate and provide for. And right now is one of the biggest ever. Some of the things we're feeling. I call it the mushroom effect from the NAR settlement. Coming
Sure.
up is this de-risking that's coming out everywhere, from the agent level to the broker level to the MLS level, and how can we do better to provide for the consumer in that regards. So that's my whole zigzag linear. if anybody from my team's watching, they're cringing because I say this every day. But yeah, that's my speech.
You know, maybe this is on the side a little bit too, but you know, let's talk about the professional standards area for a second, which is a lot of where I'm involved. And you know, with all the speculation and gloom and doom after the NAR settlement and where are we going and what are we going to do, it turned out to be, next, no
Right.
big deal, you know, and offers of compensation are not unilateral in nature and offered through the MLS, but MLS offers, MLS offers of compensation. We don't do that anymore on the MLS, but the broker still can offer compensation based on procuring cause or otherwise. And it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is it turned out to be not such a big deal.
Right. Yeah, I think the thing that's changed is it's more of a broker to broker, agent to agent discussion,
Sure.
and not for display. And what hasn't changed, and people don't realize, is I call it the value prop of the MLS. I look today, so I'm kind of a data nerd. I look at my drip email. Anybody can sign up for the same email I get. It's monitor.metromls.com. You can just sign up for it. It gives you a count of activity in the marketplace. We're at $9 billion strong in total volume for MLS right now. All the sold data in the MLS today is $9 billion plus, and it's almost $1 billion higher than last year, believe it or not. So the transactions too are very similar. So I look at that, I kind of see that as the bottom line, and I'm not, you know, a salesperson at all, but I just see that as the bottom line. Is that's the big take of all of those people, you know, sharing their information for others, and it's the cooperative is still there. You know, it's just the display of the compensation is different now. So the conversation is different.
Right. So I guess it's been kind of a long show with us hogging the
This is a
camera,
long show?
playing music, and that's okay.
Do we have
That's
a
okay.
caller? Do we have a caller?
Maybe.
Laura, do you take callers?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. You know what? You just gave me an idea. We should do a call in.
We should have some big shots call in. You know.
Yeah.
I could think of a few, but I don't want to.
We don't want to. Yeah. So, you know, on a personal note, you know, to get to know Chris Lambrou, I guess you know Chris is a musician. We exposed that already.
You did.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
I like to try to. Sometimes I don't like to cross the lines. Like if you're a Star Wars fan, I guess I don't know, whatever.
Don't
that
cross
is.
the streams.
Yeah, I don't try to do that.
That's
but,
Ghostbusters, but I know what you meant.
But your vibe is so warm and welcome that I had to bring my guitar and try to surprise you. And I knew you'd fall for the bait, so.
Yeah,
I'm
I did.
always-
I fell for it, and I thought it was great. So, any parting words?
No, I am so excited to be here and so excited to be in my position to help the wonderful 9,000 plus members of Metro MLS in your everyday plight. Contact me if you have any issues. I'm always there to listen and be a great neighbor for you and a great executive for you.
And Chris, I'd like to pay a big compliment because I really believe that being accessible is important in our industry. I like to think of myself as accessible. I'd like to get back to members if I can that very same day, if I can get back to people and address their concerns and their questions and so forth. And that's what I know about you. So
Thank you.
I appreciate to hear that. So
So much.
all right. Members of the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors, thank you for watching another episode of The Park Bench with me, your host, Scott Bush, and today's guest, Chris Lambrou. Say bye.
Bye, guys.